Welcome back to a new breakdown video, and in this video I will be breaking down how I lost 1% but also gained 1.5% both by being undisciplined. So as you already know, we start off on the daily time frame. This pair that I will be breaking down is GBP USD. As you can see, we will be looking for an impulse that has broken structure followed by a correction. In this case, we see an impulse right here to the upside, breaking and closing above the previous structure. Because it is an impulse to the upside, the impulse should consist of all green candles. As you see right here, all the candles to the upside are green. The correction should be minimum of 2 daily candles, and they should also be of the same color. So right here we have the impulse to the upside breaking and closing above previous structure, followed by a correction of minimum 2 daily candles, and they are both red. So this is a textbook setup of the strategy that I used to trade. So then we go up to the weekly time frame, and on the weekly time frame we will be looking for support and resistance that could be of influence. Right here, as you can see, this was a previous support that has turned into resistance. Right here, you see it was support, got broken to the downside and had a pullback to this same level, which makes it now a resistance. As you can see right here, this green candle failed to close on the weekly above this resistance area right here. So normally I wouldn't have taken this trade because I like mine to close on the weekly above it and also on the daily, of course. But in this case, it only closed on the daily. I can show it closed on the daily above this weekly resistance and then had a pullback. When it comes to catching a plus setup, I also would like for my weekly to close above the support or close above a resistance and then have the pullback on the daily. That would make the trade, in my eyes, way more likely to play out. So that was one of the reasons that I actually didn't want to take the trade, but I still took it anyway. So now we go back to the daily time frame. On the daily, like I said before, you see right here, the daily closed above it and had a pullback. So the next step, as always, is drawing the Fibonacci in the opposite direction, and we do this to measure the new impulse that comes after a previous impulse followed by a correction. Then we go to the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, we will wait for a break above this 61 level, followed by a retest. Then we enter the trade, and our TP is, as always, the negative 27. So let's play it forward. Right here, let me just play it back one. Yes, right here, as you can see, we had a big green candle breaking above the 61 level with a clear break. So at this point, I will put my buy limit order on the 61 level. So when it retests it, I am in the trade. And then you can just ride the trade to TP. Put the stop loss always on the 88 level. So right here, you see we had a retest of the 61 level. And that means we're right now in the trade. And also, you see price had broken above this 38 level and closed. And you know when price breaks above the 38 and close above the 38, that means we can put our stop loss at break even and it becomes a risk-free trade that we can ride all the way to TP. So right now, this should be a risk-free trade, but I didn't put my stop loss at the break-even point. Don't ask me why. I do not know why I didn't do that. But for some reason, I did not put my stop loss at break even. And you will see that the price ended up reversing and hitting my stop loss. So let me just put it back. Yeah, so normally you should be right there at break even, but let's play it forward, 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 forward. Right now you can see price just reversed after the 38 and went all the way straight back down, hitting our stop loss, or at least my stop loss. Your stop loss should be at break even already. So that is how I ended up losing 1% by not being disciplined and moving my stop loss to break even after the break of the 38 and closed. This this loss actually could have been avoided, and that will be 1% that I was spared, but it's part of the game. You learn and you develop. So from now on, every time that price breaks and close above the 38, no matter how confident I am in the trade, I will move my stop loss to break even. Because at the end of the day, it's still 1%. And depending on the account size, 1% can really be a lot.